Welcome back to HKIBC News. At least 24 people were killed after a fire broke out at a commercial building in central Osaka this morning. Police are investigating the case as one of arson after a man was spotted at the scene dispersing liquid from a paper bag. There were scenes of panic in central Osaka after a fire broke out in an 8-story commercial building at around 10:20 a.m. local time. Thick smoke billowed from the building's windows and blanketed the busy Hitashinchi district. Scores of fire trucks packed the streets of the entertainment hotspot near Osaka's biggest train station. But the firefighters arrived too late. Dozens of people they found trapped in the inferno no longer had vital signs. The flames were doused within half an hour after torching an area of 20 square meters. The building's exterior was also charged. According to NHK News, the fire started on the 4th floor, where a psychiatric clinic was located.
There was a smell like smoke, like something's burning. I saw at the end of the 6th floor that a woman was leaning out of a window trying to be rescued.
A witness told police that a man said to be in his 60s was at the scene shortly before the fire broke out. He was seen spilling liquid from a paper bag at the spot. Officers suspected foul play was involved and are investigating whether the man was among the injured. This marked the deadliest fire to hit Japan in almost 2 years. 36 people were killed and dozens were injured in July 2019 after a man set fire to an animation studio with gasoline in the western city of Kyoto. The 43-year-old arsonist, who had a history of mental illness, also suffered serious burns. He has been charged with murder after allegedly telling police that he started the fire because the company stole a novel from him. The United States and the European Union have urged citizens to get vaccinated as Omicron continues to wreak havoc. But the variant is already disrupting the Christmas plans for many in Britain. Johanna Chen reports.
As lorries bound for France piled up at Folkestone, a port town on the English Channel, there are fears the backlog could get worse. That's after Britain registered record COVID infections for the second straight day, prompting speculation that its neighbor will limit the entry of lorry drivers. Paris only announced yesterday that non-essential travelers from Britain will be banned from Saturday. The last British travelers arriving in France by train were glad to have beaten the deadline.
I have terminal cancer, so this is my last holiday abroad. So I've got months.
We've come for the weekend to go to Disneyland.
While others rushed for refunds, businesses said they were losing millions from cancelled trips for the festive season. The European Commission president noted the severity of the COVID situation.
We know that our healthcare systems are overstretched right now, and this is partly linked to the large number of unvaccinated patients. So in conclusions, the answer can only be to increase vaccination, to include children above 5 years old, boosting and protective measures. That has to be the answer we give to this new variant.
She added the EU has demanded vaccine manufacturers to develop shots targeting Omicron within 100 days. Member states have agreed to order over 180 million extra jabs. Over in the United States, President Joe Biden took a jab at European authorities after a White House meeting with experts.
Due to the steps we've taken, Omicron has not yet spread as fast as it would have otherwise done, and that's happening in Europe. But it's here now, and it's spreading, and it's going to increase.
Biden was right. In just 1 week, the share of U.S. infections caused by Omicron has increased to 2.9% from 0.4%. Johanna Chan, HKIBC.
Thousands of North Koreans braved the freezing weather to pay tribute to their former leader Kim Jong-il on the 10th anniversary of his death. Throngs of residents donning black converged at the statue of the late leader on Mansu Hill in the capital, Pyongyang. The country ground to a halt for 5 minutes at noon, with citizens reportedly banned from laughing, drinking alcohol, and leisure activities for the next 11 days. Kim died from a heart attack in 2011, leaving the secluded state in the helm of his son, Kim Jong-un, who was 27 at the time. State media called on 25 million North Koreans to unite under their current leader. Britain has signed a free trade deal with Australia, its first such pact since Brexit.
It is a truly historic deal, the first negotiated by the United Kingdom from scratch as a sovereign trading nation. It marks a new chapter with one of our oldest allies, building on our deep and long-standing relationship. Together, we are working to seize the opportunities and tackle the challenges of the modern age, whether through AUKUS or the Clean Tech Partnership. And now we are driving forwards our economic recovery by taking our trade, worth already £14 billion last year, to the next level.
As Australians, we are deeply, deeply honoured and deeply proud that we are the first country to be negotiating a free trade agreement with the United Kingdom since you left Brexit. As a young boy growing up on a family farm in the early 70s, I still remember when the UK joined the European Union and some of the hardship that caused, especially for our agriculture sector. And what we are doing today is righting a wrong.
Britain estimated the deal would unlock nearly $14 billion of additional trade. It will also be a big boost for Australia's wine producers, who can now sell their bottles in Britain at much more competitive prices. Tariffs for agricultural exports from down under will be phased out over the next decade. But some British farmers have expressed concern that they could be undercut by cheap imports. Now let's take a look at the markets. The Hang Seng Index closed down 282 points. Top 10 active stocks: Tencent down $14.60, Alibaba down $3.70, Meituan down $12.50, and Wuxi Biologics up $1.10. Tracafun down 32 cents, JD.com down $10.20, and CCB up 7 cents. Forex trading against Hong Kong dollar, Eurex trading at 8.83, British pound at 10.37, Canadian dollar at 6.08, and Australian dollar at 5.58. Over to the UK market, FTSE 100 is up 14 points. On to the weather now. There will be a cool start tomorrow, which will be dry and sunny. Temperatures range between 16 and 21 degrees. It will be cooler on Sunday with a low of 14 degrees. Now let's take a look at the weather around the world. That's our main news for this Friday night. We'll come back at 11 with more updates. I'm Sarah Wong. Thanks for joining us and take care.